I want to learn this with you. I just picked up on a new method, something somebody else has done. So it's already been created. It's the most amazing thing in the world. The most amazing thing in the world. First, I would just want to say thank you to, I don't know your name. Somebody new. Where is it? Where is it? Gold Dust. Gold Dust doing the floor. We're doing the floor today. So when we look at the word floor, right? 17, you just got to remember 17, right? 17, you got to remember 4 because it's 4 on the floor, right? Is that what it is? When the arc is moving, it's 4 on the floor. These words go together. And math is unbelievable. Math is just unbelievable. I know I'm talking to nobody, but I'm doing a video. So this is the video that'll be going out for those who join me. Fantastic. I know we have a very small crowd, and it's very sad for my heart. But I have to learn to be alone. I have to learn to satisfy myself, and if there's somebody else around, let me service to them. Let me be able to service those who are around, that if nobody should be around for 99 out of 100 days, then I should know that in those days that there is silence. I have work to do. I have a house to clean. I have animals to feed so I can feed myself or the grains in the fields and the flowers, and to protect myself from the wild animals out there that are just dying to get hunted down. So to just give me some food, the hunting gets hunted. And all those days that I have to choose on my own, that I can study and have my own passion, my hobby, and my freedom. All I got to do is put 80 hours a week out of 168 into the farm. So I have something so the ark can survive and bring with us the cloud. Bring with us the cloud. The information network from the altar source. Where is that altar source? We don't have the answers. Some think they have the answers, and that is the answer that they're either believe, satisfy with, deep in their heart and love. That is the truth, and there is nothing in between. And then there's the story out of the Bible from Moses himself on Mount Sinai, speaking to He, the Almighty Lord. He is, I am who I am, saying, listen to the word. What was the word of God? The word of God. Who is the God divided? Magen divided? Magen David? The star of divided triangles. If you take one of those triangles and put a little bit of art into it, they're no longer triangles. And did they come together in pieces and parts? I'm going to draw one of them for you after. Just, it depends the vision I have, you know, which way you want to do it. I'm not really a man. If I was an architect, maybe that's why they said it. Jesus was an architect. He was a builder. So was Moses, right? And Pharaoh built the cities. Pharaoh, the land, built the cities. All these words we hear of why would anybody want to cheat us on those words? Why would anybody want to cheat us on those words? Because those words were pure, and we have to live off the square, a basis of reality that gives us the desire to live on for something when there's nothing in your life but yourself. Your own needs to begin with, and then the needs of Mother Earth that surrounds you. You're here, it's here, they're there, everybody's here. Do you start to ask yourself your questions? Oh my God, the plant's alive. What if I pull it out of the ground, rip it out of its roots? Oh my God, I'm killing the plant. Or you go hunting. No, you have to remove that from your heart and go for a better understanding. If there's a life for you after death, then there is a life for the plant after death. But death, if you really write it down, if you want to write down the word death, D-E-A-T-N-H. Eat. Eat. 4 and 8. The son of Pluto. the half-life. And the reason I say the half-life, and what does this mean? I'm going to show you something that's really bizarre. This becomes 1 and 6, because 6 is the half-life. Where did I mark that? There's the half-life right here. And it is the half-life for this number over here. Okay, and this is half of 8. I know it's stupid. I know it's simple, but I'm going to tell you some things that are really funny and simple. You go into the classroom and the teacher says, "What letter is that?" And somebody says, "C." Somebody says, "It's a D." And then somebody might say, "Oh my God, it is a D." But wait a second, a student might come in and say, "No, it's a C." Somebody might say, "Hey, it's 11." You go, "No, it's not 11. That's not what it is. I just put a line through it. It's an H." And that's not that. What is that? What's that? What's that? It's number 13. Oh my God. What if we what's that? What's that? Let me do that again. What's that? Oh yes, it's number 12. But it's really the 18th letter. 1, 4, 7 equals 12. 3, 6, 9 equals to 18. The 18th letter is R. The 12th letter is L, like Riel, Raphael, Israel, just things that ring a bell, you know, because the R is actually more or less a B. It is actually the B and the R, 12 and 13. I know, because the 13th card in the deck is a king, and the 12th card in the deck is the queen. If you add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. When you add up 1 to 12, it equals to 78. They're not the same, they're different. Therefore, telling a story, a different story in each number. If I tell you what the story is and where I got the story from, that is just where it comes from. It comes from when you go into school. What letter is that? That's the letter A. That's the letter B. This is reality that we were given, that we govern by, that we live with. You cannot deny this alphabet that the people use. Tell me I'm crazy, or tell me you use the same alphabet. Make me feel good and just tell me you use the same alphabet as me. Then I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel safe and go, whew, whew. And you know, at the beginning of the alphabet is actually Abe. Abe came first. Abe Lincoln. He was that power station. He connected all the power. And hold on a second, I got to go look this. Hold on a second. I'm going to look for this here. No, not here. Maybe here. Hold on a second. Lincoln Electric. Hold on a second. Let's see. There it is. Look at that. You see, I knew I wasn't wrong. Let me see if I can get my camera back. Where'd my camera disappeared somewhere? Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm lost myself. I'm not happy. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to make that screen a little smaller. And I'm just going to press on one of these. Maybe the picture. There it is. There it is. You see it? See the picture? Right, hold on a second. There it is. Lincoln Electric. LE. You know, the electric. So when you're looking at the Lincoln, you're looking at Lincoln. I didn't say he's the Colin, right? I didn't say it's LinkedIn. You know, LinkedIn to link things up, but the power station. It's got AC and DC, and it's got numbers on it, and there's stories with all these numbers. There's stories with all these numbers. I don't know what the story is yet. Things have to be created, and it's funny the way this is the first part of the hexagon, one part of the octagon, just the shape. See, every time I look at something, it tells me something. Just look at these two corners, okay? Just this corner here and here, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. I'm gonna do it by twos. 2 by 2 by 2, and then I'll just draw this,
And is that what it is? That's the exact angle, right? That angle here, one straight line and across and down, one straight line across and down. I'm not going to do anything with this. I might be able to create the baseball field. I'm not sure, but I don't want to get into that right now. So now we have the 5-point star. And now with the same design, we have the 6-point star. Don't worry, I didn't forget about the first story. I'm going to go back to that story. And then if you do this again, and what you're doing is I'm squaring off the picture, and now we have the octagon. What did it take to get to where, and which is the quickest route? Wouldn't the quickest route to get back to the other side right over here? This would be my quickest route. I'd go up to here this way, down I go this way, down I go this way, I get to the corner here, and I go all the way home. So right away, it's explaining half. And there is a passage on half that you have to split the field, because if it was a walkway, one group might be going this way, the other group might be going this way. So we have to split this in half, right in the center. Your half, is it on this side a little bit? And is your half on this side a little bit? And if you really take a good look at this design, right, and I continue it, it actually looks like it's going down and that way. And where is it going? Here, underneath the sidewalk. And here's another bridge. Okay, I can say it's two people connected together on each side, two dogs. Boy, it looks like I'm all over the place, right? But I see so many things. Or I can just think it's below level and this is a passage to go through. I'm not sure if you can see. If I would deepen the angles a little bit, it'll give it a little bit more depth. Anyways, I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see that it goes all the way down, 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 or it goes all the way out, 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 out. Anyways, here's the 5-point star, the 6-point star, and the 8-point star. I cannot create anything else. So these have to be the beginning, because that's what that design gives me. It does not show me to go into 7s, because then it would have to cut through this machine. I just squared it off. You can't not square off a 7 without going moving this way, moving this way, moving this way. I use the minimum number of lines to get there. It is okay. Call me wrong, right? I could have actually went here to here, right? Created that, and then you would have 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, 7 sides. So we can create the 7 with the 8. And what did we do? Right? Maybe over here we have the tail, but we have the point over here. So what happens if we cut this? Do you follow me right now? Are you following me right now? Don't forget, as I talk to you, I am sometimes learning myself. I get excited. I see something. I make mistakes. I'm learning. I don't know any more than you know. All I know is maybe you just don't know my story I see, and I'm just sharing a story I see, and that is a vision. And if I have a vision that doesn't make any sense, please let me know. Because if it doesn't make any sense to you, I'm hoping I can either A, look at it again and say, hey, it doesn't make any sense to me either, or B, let me explain to you what I see. Okay, so anyways, this was in for Lincoln Electric. And this is for Abe Lincoln, right? And it's all about the beginning of Abe. And the reason for that is the mathematics is A times B equals B. A plus B equals C. That is your creation. Now, where do we get A? Where do we get B? But for me, this is the way it works. See this? I'm going to use a big box over here, right? And since A is everything, right? Since A is everything, okay, we're going to put A right over here. If A is everything, right? Let's say he's in first place. Well, if you're in first place, are you the winner? You win, okay? Was it a series? I shouldn't get into this. Or was it football? Anyways, sports. But I don't want to get into this right now because one name will open up a whole can of worms and tell a whole bunch of stories inside of it. I just want to tell you the beginning where the name came from a basic alphabet and mathematics coming together. So when I go 1 times 2 equals 2, and it does equal 2. I mean, I have to ask the calculator. Where's my calculator? Oh my God, I can't find it. Anyways, because sometimes I'm serious. Somebody might say something different. But anyways, in reality, I'm just hoping everybody thinks 1 times 2 is 2. But I would like to have my oh, I got it. I got this nice phone. My other phone flew out the tractor and I drove over it. Oh boy, yeah, just lost it. My brand new phone. Brand new. I don't know. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. I'm looking for a calculator. Here's the calculator. And 1. Oh, come on, baby. Give me a winning number. 1 times 2 equals 2. You see, calculator is the same. 1 times 2 equals 2. Okay. Now let's clear that. And 1 plus 2 equals 3. And the reason I'm doing this is because nowadays you go look into an old book, whether it's Dr. Seuss, whether it's a children's book. Obviously, it was before this year. Go look at a book from the time you were born up to the age you are now, if you're watching this video, for whatever age you are. And go see if the words are all the same to the digital books of the same sort. Or is it just you where just all of can't remember anymore? Must be my memory, right? We're just going to find a way to blame it on ourselves. Must be our memory, right?
But if you're coming into this world, and you think there's a world on the other side, they think there's got to be something after life. Otherwise, that's it. Soon, whoosh, never happened, never again, forever. Gone. Whoosh. Most people say, I don't care. The whole thing is everybody wants to know. So if you do want to know, you got to figure out how to get back in time. And right now, the numbers are telling us stories. So I'm just going to get back to the A-B story.
So this is the alphabet, A and B. We have 1 plus 2 equals 3. So now we're going to do A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody learn this in school? A, 1, B, 2, C, 3. So this is where it comes in. A is here. And then we're going to connect B. Well, now I got C. Hold on a second. Okay, now I got B. And here I have A. A's all alone. But when A plus B, okay, equals C. Oh my God. Equals what C? What C does it equal? Does it equal this C? Or does it equal this C? Does it equal this C? Or does it equal this C? I don't know. But we can do it both ways. Put them together however you like. And voila, you got them all together and twist it up. That's what happens to them. Now we got to take that off just to show you which way you can look at things. Yeah, so I'm fooling around here. And I just want to show you the last C. And the last C is right here. C and C, which creates your E3. The design. Right here, that is the 5th letter. 2 plus 3 equals to 5. 2 times 3 equals to 6. So this is a story that came out of A, B, C. Here is a story of numbers, okay? When you create 360 of any one of these, in which, in one of them, over here, you're already going home. And don't forget, you'll see badges and crests and symbols of all these things chipped up a little bit because they're going to give it a head and a tail. And you don't have the same design above as you have below, because you have your feet on the floor, you got your head in the air, sometimes you got your hands on your face, but there's always a design, and everything is half. And if you look at the picture cards, they're showing you two sides. What are they actually showing you? Dans les suites, dans les jeux de cartes. There's a whole story, because your heart is involved. Your clover, your love is involved. Your spade, your injection to know different from the spade is involved. And your heads up with all the spades. That's why I believe in poker, they call the spade the royal flush. And it is number 45, the fox. And in French, I like to call it the queen, or the one in charge, which has the passage to all. It is also the root of 54 to the sun. Why this? This in English is of, and it's 66. This letters are the fourth and fifth letters, telling us about the sun pass. And the thing about why I put sun pass is because you have to understand that when you complete an operation adding from 1 through 9, you have equal to 10. Because if you're starting at 1, what you think you're starting, you're not starting at all, other than what somebody else hears you say. But the point of departure, before you speak at all, is nothing at all. So you went 0 to 1. You already spent your time before you spoke to get and arrive at 1. But when you get to 9 and stop, you have totaled it at 10. When the countdown starts, it is the same. It is 10, 9, 8. They don't count the countdown as 9, 8. What happened? And then to 1, it's all done because you're saying blast off. So it goes past 10. You have to get the BO on the way. The memory has to go, 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 go. Earth, Mars, and the student, yo. The student, yo, is 51. The O letter, 1551. 33 by 47, I think. 33 by 47 equals 1551, right? Command and create, 6, 11, 62, 66, the root, all out of Mars. Everything here is out of Mars. This is the student, the 25th letter and the 15th letter, 40 for blue earth over here. I know I jumped off the eat somewhere over here. I'll get back there. I know I jumped off the 360 degrees. I'll get back there. I'm not keeping up to myself. Sorry, I'm so fast. But anyways, let me get back to the story. When you add up, quand addition 1 à 9, 1 plus 2 jusqu'à 9, okay, point, it égale 45. But then when you add the total up in the 10th area, like it's like going bowling. You know, you go bowling and you get 3 extra shots. Well, when I get 3 extra shots here, I get to add on 10 and 11 and 12. So I got to get on my 3 extra shots, right? What happens if you, I'll just finish with that in a minute. So once I add the 10 onto this, it equals to 55. And that is my sky pass. One of the reasons it's my sky pass is because the word sky equals to 55. The word pass equals to 55. The 110 stories of the Twin Towers, 110. 1 and 1 is 11. 2 55s, which actually is a passage and a roadway, because on a cube, hold on a second, just give me a second. On a cube, do we want to use the cube? Where will we start the basis of life? Will we start it on a triangle? Well, this triangle's on that side. The other triangle's on that side. It's split. You're connected to the altar world right in one cube. If everything was in halves. But if everything was in halves, how would we cut the material? What angle would that be on? And it's too complicated for me right now. So I'm not sure if it's easier to cut a square than it is to cut a triangle. Right? I mean, in a square, I'm just going to say, hey, let's cut
8888. We just have to have one measurement, one number, that's it. Anyways, I didn't want to get into that right now, and I haven't looked at the messages yet. So let me get back to Abe Lincoln. I'm a little thirsty. Hold on a second. I'm a little thirsty. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so I can see where I am on the page. So this here is here. I mean, there's number one. So I showed you one area, right? I mean, I can make a dot. Remember I told you you can make a dot, or I can show you the area. The dot is the accurate pinpoint of the location. Okay, now you need size and area space for that location. Or you just have a dot, and then there's going to be a receiver in this location. If I don't make a hole in this cube, I will have to put someone standing here. And if someone stands here and stretches out their arms, like this pen stretches out your arms and turns all around like that, it becomes a circle. That is your inner circle. Now you pulsate. You have an energy. You create your own energy field from the pinpoint location, from the altar world. And when it comes out, that pinpoint location, is it coming in as 6, creating to the one spirit of life? But you're connected. And how do we say that you're connected to this? Because there's a whole answer to this. This is a telling truth. This is a telling truth because of gematria. Now, are you all mad because I haven't finished off with everything else? There's a whole story going on. When you watch a movie, they go from one scene to the other scene, to the bedroom, to the bathroom, to 2 other people, to 6 people. Now they're on the jet plane. Well, I'm doing this whole thing. This is a whole movie. There's a whole movement going on. If I just talk to you about one thing, you're not going to see the connections. And if you have any questions, you have to ask. I won't remember. Why am I doing all this? Because I ain't going to write a book, put the book on the market that nobody will buy. This is free. This is easy. This can be shared, and no one has to take it. No one has to do anything. But if somebody's looking for one item and that person happens to have some diploma in some high area in the world, or people will start to see and our vibrations will start to open in our bodies, if that's what you believe, because that's what I believe. And if people start seeing the truth, once we wake up to this world, everything will change. And I got a little foggy screen here for some reason. I don't know why. Hold on a second. Wow, it's just something's wrong. Hold on. I'm not getting good. Or maybe that's not so bad, eh? No, camera's not going so good. I don't know why. I'm going to restore defaults for a second. Hold on a second. Okay, that looks good, right? Yeah, okay. So we're going to go on with this. So let's not get lost. 360. What does 360 mean? We all understand that 360 means going all the way around. Or 360 degrees means going all the way around. Or 360 degrees means going all the way around. That's 360. For me, it is. What is it for you? Now, there's another question. If that's 360, then what happened to this? There's 1,440 minutes in a day. That's 4 times 360 equals to 1,440. We went around 4 times in the day. So where did we go? How did we move? How was our movement? We have to learn from the smallest. But in this scenario, it's way different, because once you turn this cube, okay, sorry, not that. Let me do it this way. This way is completely different. Look at the size. We've got the same sort of design, but look at the size. Way, way bigger. This is 1/4. This is 1/2 of one area. And by the way, area equals 25 when it's plugged into a jack, or you're standing on the area, that equals to 25. You have a total of 50 and 1 and 1. So you have a total of 52. You have the Earth right over here. Anyways, keep that. Forget it. Forget that I did that. You have this. This is just basic. Anyways, this can also be done as a design
And this can be something that turns, here's a center point that goes over here. Just trying to see what that does. It's like, I don't know. Is it wood? I don't know what it is. It seems like you can go in it. I don't know. Anyways, so we're going back to the ABCs. I can go back to this 1440. Oh, sorry. I can go back to this 1440 over here. I don't know where to go. I need to be a little bit the volume, up the sound. Hold on a second. Up the sound. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Hold on a second. Is somebody tell me there's sound or no sound? Is there sound? H12. Is there sound or no sound? Please tell me there's sound. Volume. Robin, you still there? Nikki, hi, how are you? Yes, please. Okay, is there sound right now? Sound on what? Up the sound. Up the sound. There can't be any sound. This thing here, my phone is off, so I can't hear no sound from there. Yes, please. Yes, please. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. I have to look at something. Where's that calculator? Up the sound. I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on. If my sound is, hold on a second. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Did the sound go up? Okay. Sounds good. Is it better than before? Oh, what's up? Who called you? I didn't call you. Hold on a second. I'm busy on my other line, but I didn't call you, eh? Yeah, I think so. Okay, ciao. Yeah, wow, that was weird. Okay, hold on. Whoa. The same good. Okay, so it's good or not good? I'm really confused. Somebody just say sound is good. Let me look this over. Yes, my sound is normal. Good. Oui, j'entends. Hi, Robin, the same good. Okay, maintenant. Okay, let me finish from where I have no idea where I was because I wasn't going to start the video this way. But now let's get back to doing this. Here is you standing right on top of this point. But you need to take up your complete area space. So you put one leg here and one leg here. If you put one leg here and one leg here, okay, then your arm. Hello? Hello? As-tu m'appelé? Mais je fais la vidéo, je peux pas parler tout de suite. Non, t'es la deuxième personne. Quelqu'un a juste de m'appeler, il dit... Wow, OK. Mais t'es le deuxième personne. Wow, c'est drôle. Un ami a juste de m'appeler de la ville. Il dit, j'ai pas appelé. J'ai dit, moi non plus, le téléphone n'est même pas avec moi. Le téléphone est à côté. J'ai même pas touché. Wow. Je rappelle tantôt. I'm going to call you back after. Okay, bye. Wow, that is weird. Wow. I don't even want to touch my phone. That is weird. That is, just let me put the camera up here for a second. That is weird. A friend of mine, Steve, just called me. I just went and I just raised the sound on my phone, and this beautiful phone here. I used to have a black phone, but I put it on the tractor, and I don't know what happened, and it just zinked out the window, and j'ai pas rendu compte. Okay, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. Let's get serious here. No more joking. I'm trying to teach myself. Remember, if I make this too long and I don't take it seriously, it won't be taken seriously, as the truth is learned in facility. And sometimes facility, when things go too long and my narration is too long, people get bored and leave when the primary interest is to go on ABC. So we're going to go back to A, B, C. Here is A, here is B, and here is C. Now, I am going to see if I can get myself a big other dice. No, I can't find it. I must have broke them all. Here is the reverse of 3 is 4. Once you know ABC, you know DEF, because the reverse of this is 4. And if I pick it up and just flip it over, watch my hands, it's not magic, it's 3. I put it back down, it's 4. And we're going to go and look at 2 and 2. Oh, they're so cute. But wait a second. What if I turned, look at 2. What if I took this 2 and put it in that 2? Accent aigu, accent grave. I'm not really sure. Aigu et grave, it's a French terminology. I don't know what it is in English, but it's a slanted line this way and it's a slanted line that way. I think they use it also in mathematics. And I really don't like what just happened. Hold on. I hate this thing. I wish it would just disappear. I don't know how to make it disappear. Okay, maybe it disappeared. Okay, so now what happens is I take this 2 and I'm just going to put my finger on this side of it, right? And I'm just going to push it to the other side. And now you got the 5. So the opposite of B is E. See that? Opposite of B is E. Right there. Opposite of B is E. This is not my, this is, I don't know who, I didn't make this. I didn't make these. These existed before I was born. Tell me somebody saw these things before. They're called dice cubes. They have 6 sides, looks like a cube, you can see. But you're only seeing the outside walls, right? What about all the inside walls? All the rooms inside? How many floors are there? It's got to be at least 1 floor. You stand up 2 floors. Is this 2 or 3 floors? How many floors are in here? Right? Are there 3 floors in here? Is everyone 8 feet? All right. Well, how many floors in here? I want to know how many floors. It's like a building. And can we have another building on top of it, or an antenna on top of it or something? It's a building. Did you know that Rubik's Cube is made up of 26 different cubes? And then the one in the center that joins 6, the one in the center Rubik's Cube is valued at 6. It's 6 and 26. But it's one area. It's one area that controls 6 rods. One area controls 6 arms. See, they tell different stories. I call it the half-life because the 2 dots in the center cut everything in half. I don't need them for measurement. I only need number 7 for measurement. From this side to that side to this way, measurement. So where am I going? Let me see if I'm not lost. We went into the 1,440 minutes in a day. We talked about Abe because of the mathematics, the star mathematics, the multiplication and the addition. Here is the multiplication. Here is the addition. Multiplication, multiplication, complications and additions. Complications and additions. And can we say there's many X's in the world that tell the other story where there's complications and additions? It was always the problem with the X. Complications, mathematics. So if we're going to have mathematics, our first complication is right over here because it's the first time I can create an X in a single square. And the first time I can create an addition sign, okay, is right over here. And when I outline it, this one creates the diamond. So you have the carré, the diamond, or you have the square. Now, if you do have the diamond, you have number 60, orange is also number 60. And this is going to create the gateway. All zeros come with a price because before this dice started, you started nowhere. So the complete dice is a 0. The complete dice is a 0, as well as a 9 and a 6. I'm going to try to figure out, remember why it's a 9 and not because there's 9 areas on each side. Because if I take into account this one area over here, and I place it all in the area space that surrounds it equally, with the space in between, the amount of space that it'll show up is 9 areas. The thing is, we never use more than 6 on a cube with 3 empty spaces, or 6 on a cube. And that will create your, I'll just do the 3 dots here together and the 3 dots here together. And because the single dot on the other side does not interfere with the dots on the other side, we give it a free space right here in the center. So you have the free space in the center. And if you have the H6, or you have the 8, or you have the I9, the I created this way, the H created this way. So you have the 6, 8, 9 with 6 dots. You create the 8th and the 9th letter. 6 and 1 dot equals 2, 7. That is your 7th gate. HI52. And it's HI52. Once you start connecting these together, it'll create number 52. I've done this before many times. I don't know if I want to do it again. I'm just going to do it very, very simple this time. No big colors coming out. Where's my colored pencil? Here's the number 2. And here is the number 5. Well, do you want me to go all the way? That would be the number 5. And that'll be the number 2. Usually the 2, you want to call them the ducks. You want to call them the ducks. The reason we call them ducks is because when you play cards and somebody has a 2 in his hand, some of the times the terms would be duck. I like to use terms, okay, that is generally known to a great amount, a great population that one should know that is in that game. It's like saying, you have any bolts? You have any screwdrivers? And somebody says, what's a screwdriver? I know a knife. I know a kitchen. I don't know screwdriver. And the guy at the bar says, you want a screwdriver? I'll get you a little orange juice and vodka. You want some ice with that? The screwdriver. Well, what kind? Is it a Phillips? Is it a square head? Is it a flat head? What kind of screwdriver you want? Or is it one of those complicated ones? So you know if it's a complicated one, it must be from Europe. And that means it's from another world. It's a whole other continent. It's a whole other world from outside this world. I'm not really sure where I was. It was the beginning of ABC. We went to the spade right at the beginning. For those who are here at the beginning, we talked about the spade. We talked about the fox. We talked about the rain, meaning the queen. The reason for that is because for me, when you say the word for an English person, a French word, it doesn't sound the same. So for me, it sounds like rain, meaning the one who reigns over you. And it also sounds like queen. It also sounds like the fox. Remember, it's the orange fox. Orange is number 60, going along with diamond and carré, 3, 4, 36, 40, 45. And it's just so funny. Carré, 3, 4, the 18th letter, 18e lettre, another 18th letter, 36, R&R, rest and relaxation. The total is 40, 3, 4, and 36, 40, 45. Same numeric value as the sun and the fox. I'm going to put this down and try to finish up this video and explain. So what happens is because the sun is number 54, and the other way, counting from 1 to 9, égale 45. When you add 1 and 9, it is 10. So I'm going to, like finishing a race on the countdown, I add 10 to 45, equaling to 55, which has a value in these letters to sky pass. There are other words that have number 55, and there are other mathematics to number 55. You can be creating 23 or 32 or 14 equals to 5 equals to 5 equals to 5. But this, what was I going to say about this? 2 times 3. Okay, so this is equal to 55. Either you're using 32 or 23. I don't want to get into that. No necessity. Just hold on a second. Yes, so we got to number 55. So let me get right on with it. So 1 times 6, which is the greatest distance on this dice, equals to 7. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. This is equal to 6. 6 times 7 equals 42, 42. Both these words are equal to 42. 7 plus 6 equals to 13. The total equals to 55. To the plus range and to the minus range, it's equal to 29. Now we got 55 created from the only dice of freedom that gives us the earth spirit to the half-life. But we were stopped. Today I saw something. I saw a little sign. The sign was like this. It had a circle around it. And then there was this inside of it. Well, if I just go over that and do that, it's that the P now got a line in it and a connection to the other world. This is who we are. We are the 18th letter. 1 plus 8 equals to 9. We are the I birth. 1 times 8 equals to 8. We are the high 52. We are the bricks and the mortar of this planet. 89. And in the 89, it will tell you a story that 8 plus 9 equals to 17. I've been seeing a lot of this. 8 times 9 equals to 72. The actual story in here is these two number scenarios are going to start to branch out and tell a story on their own. And then it'll come back to 17 again. And the story it tells us is 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 equals to 8. And that is the total of 15. They are the letters of G and H. And the sound is your second time you're going to get this sound is when you get it with GH. The sound is F. And the word is laugh. Tough. We can also go now to the second one, okay, which is the actual beginning of everything, the sweet 16. 1 times 6 is what created everything. 16, the letter P and the letter H. When 8 comes around, 1 and 6 equals to 7. So it's 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, just on another level. And they both say F, as in physical. Give me another word with PH. Give me another word with PH. Physician. All the words where they become what they are. And together, the total of this is 15. And there's a whole understanding how to create 15 in numbers. 3 times 5 will create 15. And I don't want to get into that story because this stretches out. I just want to stick with this. So now we have 7 times 8 equals 56. 7 plus 8 equals to 15. The total is 71. We're back to the same numbers we began with. How many equations did we create? we created one equation. From that equation, we created that equation, and we get back to the same two numbers. What happens when we use 72? 7 times 2, 7 plus 2 equals to 14, equals to 0.9, equals to 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 6, equals to 5, equals to 11. We're still going around. Now, do we repeat or do we split up? And here's how we split up. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1, equals to 2. 1 times 2 equals to 2. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. And now we're starting over here. We have departed from number 72. We have extended ourselves to 65. We went from 9 to 11. And now we will repeat back to 9 again. 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 11. 7 and 2 is 9. Excuse me, is that what I write? Sorry, 5, 11. 5, 11, 5, 11, 5, 11. And that is the key, 5, 11. The 11th letter, the 5th letter, 1 and 1 is 2. The 25th letter is the Y. That is the key. That's what it creates right over here. Why did I say high 52? Because the 89 is part of the bricks. Where did I put those bricks? I did draw a couple of bricks, didn't I? Yeah, okay. So what happens with these bricks? Maybe I should draw them bigger and not be so cheap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to rush, you know. I don't know who's here, and I shouldn't be rushing because there's no rush. I have all the time in the world, and if you can't stay, well, thank you for showing up. And I don't want to be rude or anything. I just want to tell you that I'm not holding anybody by the cord, and I'm really not looking up to see if anybody's here. So where does high 52 come in? It basically comes in over here. Here is your H. Over here. I think I might have to. Oh, I did that wrong. That is wrong. Totally wrong. Made a big mistake. Oh my God, I can't believe it. That's when you're building with the big gray bricks. When you're building with the big gray bricks, they're going to tell a different story. I didn't want to get into that yet because when you're building with the gray bricks, you're going to get 888 to begin with. So that's a complete other story. So many things going on here. I'm just going to keep it small then. It's going to be easier. Okay, so here's the basic bricks. And when you connect the between this brick and the between this brick, and you got the letter I. When you turn it this way, you have the letter H. Whoop, I can't get the camera on there. H. And it's the same thing with this cube. If you want to connect above and below, I have to keep the cube this way, creating the I, creating this flow. Creating the up and down flow will create the H. So the heavens and basically the flow on the earth. That's one way to look at it. Now we're going to go back to what I started with earlier, back to gematria. Okay, that's how the whole thing started. It started by number 66. Okay, that ROADWAYS, for me, that's one of the most important numbers. It also stands for the crown. I think they call that the arc crown. Reverse your arc to car, and then put one crown. Or hold on a second. I'm playing games. Crown. 1 core. That's your crown. Your corona. What it is, the round you, your body, your energy. The one energy that's around you. That is your one corona. I think they sang about it once. So here's your H and your I. It's your high 52. It's your 89. It's your 1772, in which everything started in 1771, right? But before the first year ended, it was 1772. 1771, 1772. What do we do when we got 17? We stand. And how do you stand? Where do we stand? First. Second. Stand. How about third? We standeth. Satan. Satan. Right at the beginning. We stand. Satan. Every time you play blackjack, remember? I Satan on it. I Satan on it. I stand on it. Staten Island. Staten Island. Okay, so anyways, 17 and 27, okay, which is the Q letter. There is no 27th letter, so I can use the I letter. The other thing I like to do with this is, just give me a second. Oh, yes, 21 is the cube. I got to add this in. 21 is the cube. When you add up 1 through 6, you will get 21, but that is a total. You cannot play with the total. You cannot play with the total, okay? It's 21, but you don't have 21 here. What you have here is 30. The total number of dots is 21, but the positions on the dot value on this side is 30. Here it is 25. Here it is 20. Here it is 15. Here it is 10, and here it is 5. And I went to the 510 store, and all your life you've been hearing these things, and you had no idea you've been hearing a story of the actual truth. Because when you add up 1 to 9, it equals to 45. And there's a way to count, because I don't know if you remember at the beginning, we wanted to add the 10. When we added 1 to 9 right at the beginning, we added on the 10, right? And now we're going to go in and add that 10 right here. Hold on a second. Hold it right here. A plus B plus C equals 6. That's your 6F. That's where your cube goes, right at the beginning. ABC, because that's all you need, because the reverse of 1 is 6. The reverse of your 2 is 5. The reverse of your 3 is 4. So all you need is the ABC, and MJ came out and told it to you. MJ came out and told you the story. He maybe didn't even know what story he was telling you, but it was deep in his heart. He already knew, or that group or whoever it was came out, and it was deep in their hearts. And deep in your hearts and deep in that soul, coming from an alter world. I have no idea why I think it. I have no idea why I said it. I have no idea why my mind is in the clouds. But that's what it is. And it's so ironic that what you think you'd love to believe is actually true, and you're just hoping all your life. But it is, because I believe it. But is it real? It's real for the numbers. That's what the numbers say. It has nothing to do with me and what I like to believe and what is the truth, but the truth of the numbers. It's telling us everything is coming from a cloud. So if we can just see what number that cloud is, and don't be loud, because the cloud is loud in creation. It's coming on in, and here's location. When O and U come together, that's location. Do you know why? U. It could be A, U, and where. But this is ET, and this is U in French. It's for where. So every time I look at OU coming together, it's from where. And the CL comes together, and CL can be the CL. It's coming from the sky. 3, 15, and 36 is 41, and 4, 45. It's coming from the Fox Pass. It's got all 9 numbers hooked up. When you got all 9 numbers hooked up, you're going to have 2 cubes. You're going to have 1 cube this way, and you're going to have 1 cube this way, at least. You're hooked up. Now you're both ways. You're crisscrossing. All your corners have been doubled. All your centers now, this one and this one, are now filled here with another dice on top this way. You finally have a penetration of 1 through a complete 8. You already have a 1 through a complete 8 in knowing that there's 8 empty spaces around 1. It's 1 and it's all, and the value of all on this cube is apparently 8. But there's a story to this cube that I believe, but I'm not sure if it's just my belief, that when all our areas end, this has to connect onto the next cube, like hooks. Put a hook in here, a hook in here, and a hook in here. So you need to reconnect onto the next side, because otherwise you're all alone. You're floating all alone. Imagine if you can connect all the islands together. So for me, this is just a half space on here, but we all call it just a 6 dice. When I put 3 more dots in the center and start looking at distance, look at the distance. I don't know if it's purposely like that. Are we using all just this area and we have to hook them up? I don't know. Sometimes I like to look at all this as half spaces, all connected by half spaces, because where did my thinking come from? Came from the brick. See, this one here is connected to these 2. So this one is connected to 2 half spaces. That's the way I see that. Remember, this can be folded, although this one can't, but the relationship of its design can be folded. I saw it online. It was unfolded, and it's not a joke. It was unfolded online because that's what you do when you're creating blueprints. So the cloud is number 45. We added the A, B, C, D over here, plus this, okay, plus 4 equals to 10. So your A, B, C, D is your 10. Now there is a reverse to this in the alphabet. Should I reverse it? Should I reverse it as ZA, YB, CX, or DW? If I reverse it, this equals to 10, and this equals to 51 Mars and 47 time. 41, 47. Is that what it is? Y and X is 49. W and Z. Sorry, is that 26 and 25 is 51, 61, 71, 75, 85, 95, 96, 97. Is that 98? Did I get that right? 10 is equal to 98. Wow, that's your birth. 10 is equal to your birth. High 52, the high birth. Let me add that up again. I need a calculator. Where's my calculator? I'm afraid to touch the phone. I touch the phone, it'll call somebody by itself. Calculator. Thank God. How do you clear that? 23 plus 24 plus 25 plus 20. Whoop, there you go. 23 plus 24 plus 25 plus 26 equals. That's 26 plus, 26 plus 25 plus 24 plus 23 equals 98. Okay, it's 98. So the story tells me, this story over here tells me about this story over here. When you're playing blackjack, you stand on 17 and your cube is 21. Q and U go together. It's in between that and this, and that's what Q stands for. So what does Q stand for? Q, it stands for RST. RST, 18, 19, and 20. Arrest. Well, the R letter, the S letter, arresti. And the T letter, arresti. Just want to look at it that way. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking right now. So anyways, I'm not sure where we went with this video. I really and truthfully, I'm going to probably do another video. This is not what I wanted to do in this video. I'm going to tell you what I wanted to do. I wanted to look over the roadways, the highways, the byways, the interstates, the routes,
the side roads, all the basic names, just the names they give it. And signs on the highway, different signs. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I wanted to do that. And don't forget, on the old road, they call it the old road in the country. Now it's, hey, we're on the interstate. Look at all the exits. Oh, not always sure that the exits are good. It's every time it starts with the X, it wouldn't be an X if it was good. X is usually no good. If it was good, oh my God, I'm with my ex today. I was with my ex. Oh, you mean my ex? Isn't it always bad? Does the X ever get to be good? When you go bowling, you knock 10 out. A, B, C, D, you go bowling, you take a ball, you knock all 10 out. Remember, that's 10. That's only the triangle. You don't have the reflection or mirror to it. So the mirror to 10 is 10. In bowling, you would have pins in the back, pins in the front, but you need a grill in between to pick up that ball to send it back to you. And then you need the alleys on each side. There's a whole number. I don't want to get into that. Okay. I really wanted to talk about provinces, Canadian provinces, and the big cities in each province. I just wanted to do the names. I wanted to do the first initial. Also, there's splitting up the word. Like if it was Manitoba, I want to split up man. I want to split up tuba, if too low, Manitoba to be too low. So I want to see what I jotted down at the beginning. Saskatchewan, like something scary. British Columbia, like from like England or something. And Newfoundland. Why was it a newfound land? Because something to do with DNA, something nueve, you know, something, and it's connected to Labrador, so it's coming together with something else. It's coming to go together with the golden arm, and it's a retriever, or it could be a receiver in Newfoundland, a new receiver, something to do with Newfoundland, because when you go to say Labrador, it's almost like saying laboratory. And door, it can either mean to sleep. If it's not pronounced properly, it can say dart. And it also says in the word mass. Is that mass production? The reason it says mass is because OR is gold in French and is a numeric value of 33. And that value creates the 6 and 9. And in artwork, that creates the percentage sign. And when you create the percentage sign and you look at your keyboard percentage sign is on number 5. You see number 5? The percentage sign. Number 7 is the and, the 8 is the star. So there's a whole story going on. And it was all created by someone else. All I do is I look inside, I research it, and see what I can find. It's like, you know, people go, they buy books. Hey, look at that. Find the 9 missing pieces, the 9 missing parts, 9 things that are not the same. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. So I wanted to talk about, the provinces, the big cities, the first initial, Alberta. Well, we have November and December and October. We have Alberta. And for me, Alberta, I mean, it's the TA is for me is always communication. Like on the horizon, Verizon, you know what I'm saying? On the Verizon. A ver meaning going towards green. Green always represents Christ because the numeric value for green is 49. It is also the same numeric value for the word 8. Christ is number 77. I'm just trying to remember why I said that. Oh yeah, TA, Alberta. Birth, Manitoba, Newfoundland. I'm just thinking why I said that. Quebec is Kiss My Ass Electric Company. And it's number 53. And everybody knows for 53 represents, did I get it right? Where's my pen? V22, W23. Yeah, it equals to the Fox Pass, VW. The reason for that, again, is because of number 53. And it's ironic that we have a great power station up north, one of the greatest power stations supplying the East Coast. And Herbie, the car in the, has anybody watched Walt Disney? The car Herbie I don't remember what the name of the movie is. You should all go watch it later because it's a nice movie. The car was alive. It was doing its thing on its own, you know, like for movies, you know. So that's talking about the Fox Pass. Fox talking about the Queen. Fox coming, why it's important. Fox comes from the war where everybody was on the front line. So if you're on the front line, are you actually counted as first? No. The front line is never first. You're on the front line, you're number 5. That's right. You're number 5 on the front line. You're right up there by the center. 2 teams, one on this side, one on this side. I know because they're divided between day and night, between east and west. All these pieces of information and paraphernalia they left right in our faces tells me this story. Is this a good story or not? In this story, we have 1 across from 9. In this story, sorry, we have both of them. I'm just trying to say, in this story, there is no 2 and 8. In this story, there's no 4 and 6. So now I know that when I have the I letter, I do not have 4 or 6, 23 and 23. I do not have DC involved because 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 equals 24 and 10 equaling to 34 DC. If DC is not involved, I do not have hot, I do not have cold, I do not have cold blue, and I do not have hot red. If I do not have hot red, I don't have number 27. If I do not have cold blue, I do not have number 40 earth or the 27 red. That's what it's telling me. I do not even have purple because red and blue mixed together equals to purple. Purple equals to 88. 88 is the connected. 88 is somebody connected to us. Created this baseball. 1-8 here and 1-8 here. 1-8 is going this way. The other 8 is going this way. Are we on the I-8 or are we on the H-8? You tell me. Is it my story? What do you believe? Here's a ball. Here's what looks like a number 8. Here's a ball, and here's what looks like a number 8. Here's my east-west 8, and now I'm going to turn it around, and here's my north-south 8. This is my 2 and 8, and my 4 and 6 that are missing on this fantastic cube. Hey, Ma, look, they sent me a whole story. Wow. You got those 9 numbers on your telephone with the pound key and the star key? Yeah, I got a Starsky and Hutch on my telephone. And that pound key, which is not shown on this keyboard, you see they changed everything. Normally on the old keyboards, number 3 is the pound key. So if you have 3 on the pound key, you have 3 plus 3, you have 3 times 3, you got like a monkey. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 6 and 9. In turn, that will turn into an I and a passage. I'm going to create it the single 0 way. The single 0 way. And I'm going to do the 6 this way, and I'll do the 9 this way. Now you walk down and you step into the doorway, and then you go all the way across. You go all the way through the tunnel of 6 and 9, trying to get to the other side. Can you walk through that tunnel? Right into the tunnel. And you're walking all the way. That's the wall over here, and you walk all the way through. So that's your 6 and 9. Is that right? Is that what it looks like? I'm going to take a look.
Okay, bonsoir. Let me finish this off. Okay. I'm going to finish this off right now. I don't remember where we were. We were looking for number 55. This is the way we create 55. It comes in the value of the spirit of 76. And for those who want to look up insurance, freedom 55, freedom equals to the word number 66, but they call it freedom 55. $42, $6, $12, $21, $31, $41, and $5, $46. And there's more that goes on with this word 55. I don't have it with me. I'm a little bit tired. I don't even know how long I've been on here, right? I have so many stories to talk about, and it just never, ever ends. But just to show you how AB equals C, and then it equals, comes into, it's just, there's more to the day. 1440 is just one day. What about yesterday and tomorrow? Well, when you get 2880, and then you get 4320, and then you get 5760 times what? Times nothing. Hold on a second. I didn't want to do that. I mean, these numbers end up into the Mayan numbers of 25,920. Everything I can fit into the Mayan numbers, into your vibration, into the duplicate worlds. Anyways, I'm really hot. I'm all over the place. I want to do something. My next video is going to be about prime numbers. I just learned something today that was really ironic. Okay, by the way, this is 3 and 9, and angel. 10. The sky. There's just so many things that just link. I went to Lincoln Power, and when you add 1 to 13, it equals to 91. When you add 1 to 12, it equals to 78. And it's with the Queen that we end up with 1771. And it's with the King. Okay, I'm just trying to remember. Oh, yes, with the Q. With the K, we end up with creation. The 11th letter K and the 17th letter Q equals to the 28th cycle. This will create what these create. I've already shown you what 17 recreates itself and 11 recreates itself. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. It's too much. It's just there's too much flow. I see too many things, and there's stitching and there's separation. And I see a lot of things, and I jump around a lot. Like, I'm really never sure if I should take this video on a roadway and see how far it goes, or just concentrate on explaining each individual piece. And when I don't see too many questions, or any at all, really, I sometimes, and I'm just backing myself up. Anyways, I'm going to watch Volkswagen. Thank you for watching. Peace. Is this a sign that anybody else does? I'm holding a dice cube, so.